3 videos in one day. This is absolutely insane. I gave you guys MLB opening day. I gave you guys college basketball March Madness video, and now you're watching my best NBA picks for the games on Thursday. I have a full 3-man for you plus a bonus pick, which we're going to get into in a second. But before we do anything, make sure to go ahead and hit that like button. Make sure to go ahead and subscribe. I'm basically the first person to post these every single night, and I put a lot of time into them, so I'd really appreciate it if you guys could go ahead and do that for me. To recap yesterday, we unfortunately went 1-1 on the slip, plus lost the bonus pick on Keon Johnson, who ended up turning into just like prime John Stockton for some reason. But regardless, we're looking to bounce back with my best picks of the day for Thursday, and I love today's video. But before we get into it, I need to ask a question of you guys. If you saw free money laying on the ground, would you take it? Of course you would. So, Underdog Fantasy is giving you guys basically up to $1,000 completely free when you use the promo code PISTONS. If you have not signed up yet, I highly recommend you do so. At least just try it out. That way, you guys can get the free money. You can get the Bobby Witt Jr. free square, which they're also going to hook you up with when you use our code. So, you're getting a new app. You're going to try it out. Put in $100, for example, you get $150 to bet with. You put in $10, you get $15 to bet with. So you might as well take advantage of the free money. Even if you don't like the app, you can just leave it after a couple weeks. Go back to your main app, whatever your usual app is. I know a lot of you guys like using just one app. But Underdog's my favorite. I use them in all these videos, and I highly recommend you check them out. The code is going to be pinned in the comments. It's going to be in the description as well. It looks like this in the App Store, but make sure you enter the code before you deposit. That's how you get access to all the bonuses. And another nice little bonus is if you end up using our code PISTONS on any app, it doesn't just have to be Underdog, drop a comment down below. We'll get you a free month in our VIP Discord. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into the picks. First up on the lineup, we have Chris Middleton for higher than 8.5 points. So as you guys can see right here, he's gone above this number in 8 of his last 10 games. And the Indiana Pacers defense is not that good. Yes, against small forwards, they're good. But as a whole, they give up a ton of points a game. The Pacers are kind of known to be one of those teams that can score, but also like can't stop the other team. And Middleton's been cooking. He's gone above this in 14 of his last 20 for a 70% clip. He's playing about 23 minutes a game consistently. Head-to-head against the Indiana Pacers, he just absolutely owns them. And yes, these are all on the Milwaukee Bucks, so keep that in mind. He's now on the Wizards. But Underdog's the only one offering this in the market, like literally the only one at the moment, and I think that's for a good reason. He's hit this in 72% of his games this year, 26 of 36 total games. Going back to last season, even of course he was on the Bucks, but he still hit it at an 87% clip. As I said, this is a Pacers versus Wizards game. It should be a little bit higher scoring, faster pace with two bad defenses going against each other. So I like Middleton to go above 8.5 points. And then for the second pick on the lineup, we're going to be taking Isaiah Collier for higher than 19.5 points plus rebounds plus assists. He's gone above this in 4 of his last 5. Most recently against the Memphis Grizzlies, he just went for 21 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. And now he gets an A-plus matchup against the Houston Rockets. Now look, the Rockets are an amazing defense. They're actually a top 5 defense. So why did I say good matchup? Because specifically against point guards, they are a bottom 5 team in points against. And that is where the majority of Isaiah Collier's line is going to be made up of. Yes, he can pass the ball really well. Yes, he can get a lot of rebounds, but he is primarily going to be scoring points for us to get to that number 19.5. Of course, he will get his assists. The ball is in his hands for a lot of the game, but he's hit this in 8 of his last 10. 14 of his last 20, as you guys can see right here. And then head-to-head against the Houston Rockets, he did go above this most recently just a month ago, going for 12 points, 10 assists, and 4 rebounds. Draftkings giving us -120 as well as Underdog, but then another Draftkings just because it's in a different state. DraftKings sometimes has different odds in different states. That's why. But Caesars, Bet365, and DraftKings all in agreement right here. -125. It should be favored a little bit more. Basically, these apps are saying Underdog should not be offering this to us. So I like it. You don't have to like it. But as usual, guys, these are my favorite picks in the videos. I say this basically every video. But tail if you want to. You don't have to. These are my best picks. These are not your best picks. I'm not telling you to go slam them. Take what you want. And for the third and final pick we're going to be taking is Bam Adebayo for less than 9.5 rebounds. And remember to stick around because I do have a bonus pick for you guys. So with Bam Adebayo, you can see he's gone below this number in 9 of his last 10 games. Most recently against the Golden State Warriors, he just went for 8 rebounds. Against the Hornets, he went for 4, 6. So he's on a bit of a slump in terms of rebounding. You can see 5 straight, 14 of his last 20, and then head-to-head against the Atlanta Hawks. In his last 5 matchups with the Hawks, he's gone below it 4 times. 9 rebounds against the Hawks just 3 weeks ago, I believe that is, 4 weeks ago. And then a game right before that, 5 rebounds. And then all the way back in December was his last time going for above 9 against them. The Hawks are basically a middle-of-the-pack defense in terms of preventing rebounds. And Underdog's the only one offering it in the market. Sleeper is as well, so if you guys want to jump on that, you can. But I like Bam to go for less than 9.5 rebounds. And if you want a bonus pick, make sure to stick around because I really like this bonus pick today. But these are my official picks on the slip. Middleton, more than 8.5. Isaiah Collier, more than 19.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And then Bam Adebayo, less than 9.5 rebounds. Before I get to the bonus pick, I always say this every video, guys, but make sure you download Pikkit and make sure you're tracking your bets. Whether you tail me, whether you don't tail me, whether you like me, whether you hate me, I don't care. You should be tracking your bets so you can see how you're doing on the day, the week, the month, and the year. And when you guys use code PISTONS to download the app Pikkit, which is completely free, by the way, you don't pay $1, you're going to get up to $100 completely free. They're going to pay you to actually download the app. They're either going to give you $3 or $100. Most of you will get $3, but some of you will get $100. So go ahead, check it out down below. And my final pick, my bonus pick for you guys, is going to be on Scottie Pippen Jr. for more than 10.5 points. So we are getting some awesome value here. And yes, I know he is playing the Oklahoma City Thunder, who are like basically the best defense in the NBA. They're actually the number 2 ranked defense. I believe the Orlando Magic are the number 1 defense. But they're a really good defense. And the reason I'm taking this, sportsbooks favoring it up like crazy. Draftkings minus 125, Caesars minus 129. Most importantly, Pinnacle minus 158. For those of you that don't know, Pinnacle is known as the sharpest sportsbook in the world. The reason for this is basically they have something called a small market width. Now I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a lesson that most YouTubers don't even understand because they're not winning players, just quite frankly. So the most important thing with a casino, for example, like Pinnacle, is something called a market width. So when you have minus 110, minus 110, that is a market width of about 20. On Sleeper, you have something like 1.77x, 1.77x, which basically essentially means there is a humongous market width. It should be something like 1.91, 1.91. I'm probably getting a little bit too complicated here, but if you guys want more info on market width and why it's super important, go to elitepicks.com. This is all completely free content, by the way. Go to our calculators and just go to the betting odds calculator and start playing around with the numbers that I kind of just threw around at you guys. So minus 110, you can basically see the decimal odds correlates over to. This is basically Sleeper and chalkboard odds. So for example, a lot of you guys see 1.77x on Sleeper and chalkboard. That correlates to a minus 130, minus 130. Long story short, what am I saying? When casino odds are really close together, the casino is very confident in their markets, which means they're willing to take in more bets. When the casino odds are a little bit further apart, they're less confident, meaning they're still willing to take the bets, but they're giving us as consumers worse prices. So when a casino is more confident, all that basically means is just that the markets are more accurate, and you can use those to compare to apps like Underdog, PrizePicks, etc. And Outlier literally has a tool called the expected value positive tool that does that for you. You can check them out down below if you want to check out Outlier. But he's also hit this in 8 of his last 10. Sorry if that got a little bit too technical. I do have videos of me being boring and going through it a lot more simply in the past. Go just scroll through the rest of my page and you'll see it. I have videos on how I got banned from multiple casinos for using math to be profitable. I've interviewed a PrizePicks odds maker where we actually talk about very similar stuff. You can go check that all out on my profile. So make sure to like, make sure to subscribe. And yeah, catch you guys tomorrow. Have a good day.